Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Well, a guy named John Kane put up a sign that says Trump won in his yard. And then some leftist, premeditated, rolled through and lit his sign on fire. Now, I believe we have the video. I think I believe, oh yeah, here's the video. Okay, it's playing. This is the leftist. He's dressed like that because he's biker. He bikes by. And he lights this man's sign on fire. And I said, I'm so sick of this. In fact, if this was like a Joe Biden sign at a nursing home, because I can't imagine any self-respecting person that would like put up a Joe Biden sign voluntarily. But let's say there was a nursing home, Joe Biden nursing home sign. The guy in a big red MAGA hat runs up and lights it on fire. I would be so angry about that. I'd be like, that looks despicable. I disavow this person. How dare he? How dare he? You should not do that. Well, Tim Pool and I, if you're not familiar with Tim's work, you totally should be. It's a great show. Big YouTuber. Tim Pool and I decided to pool our resources together and got a pot of money. Again, a reason why you should support the Benny Brigade and you should support our work. Salty Army. Shout out to your salt, your beautiful salt. We got some cash together and put together a $10,000 pool for anyone who can find this person who lit the sign on fire. Why? Because they're a leftist? Because they're a Democrat? And because it was Trump? No. Because political violence is wrong in this country. And we, as a population, have an obligation to demand better and to come together as people and to force the machine to act. And we did. I put in $5,000. Tim put in $5,000. I say thank you, because it's actually you putting in $5,000. It was you. It's your money. You're supporting the show by watching. You're supporting the show with the Benny Brigade. You're supporting the show. And so it's your money. And we are going to use it for a better America. And I have some very good news for you. We found him. We got him. We know who this guy is. A man named James D. White. Perpetrator has been caught, has been found, has been contacted by the authorities, and has been charged, I believe, even by a leftist district attorney because of us, because of the muscle of this show, and because of the power of the movement we are building together. So clap yourself on the back. We got him together. Joining us now, John Kane, the man who owns the Trump sign in his front yard, to give us an update. John, thank you so much for being on the program. The moment I saw this video, I said, man, we better find this guy. And well, I know I didn't know you, and I was like, I'm going to throw in money and we're going to find this guy. Did we find this guy? Can you give an update here?
We did. A gentleman from Lodi, California, found his Strava profile and emailed it to my attorney at 1:52 a.m. on Saturday night. So it was a quick turn. And we were able to verify the timestamps on the video match the point in his ride after he left his home. Everyone started and finished in front of a house he owns a couple miles from my house. And the timestamps of when he was at the point on the map on his ride in front of my house. The only time his pace went to 0 miles an hour, by the way, on his ride, matched the timestamps on the video, surveillance video.
So can I stop you there? This is like for those who aren't familiar, this is like a GPS tracker for fitness people.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's pervasive almost in folks who run and cycle, and it's a social aspect, so they can tag each other and so on and so forth. But it tracks all your data as you're running, or in this case, biking. So
it tracked him to your house, and it showed him stopping and effectively committing these crimes.
That's exactly right. And then he happened to go on a bike ride on Sunday after we had already been sent his Strava profile, and he went by my house again. He didn't stop. He had a buddy with him, and that's where those two photos, or that photo that you showed, came from to verify the forearm tattoo right there that you got up. That was taken by his buddy, and he was tagged in it on Strava, verifying the tattoo matching.
So this guy had a tattoo. How much did Tim Pool and our audience assist in this? Do you think that it helped accelerate the
there's no question.
Yeah.
That Twitter account of mine is a few months old. I had less than 100 followers, I think, when Tim retweeted it, and then you did, and off it went. So I have no doubt that for not you all lending your audience and your money, which I'm incredibly grateful for, to this, that this fellow would not have been found.
Good. Well, we are happy to be on the side of justice. And sir, I you and I have since talked on the phone, and I appreciate deeply that you're a Trump supporter, but I really don't care in this regard, because what you are is an American, and John, you have a right to your political opinions, and you have a right to free speech, and you also have a right to put up a sign on your damn property. Now, you told me that the burning of this sign could have potentially negatively affected your family in a horrendous way. Can you expound on that?
That's right. So there's an American flag that hangs from a tree directly above my political sign. And in the first time this gentleman came in and burned the sign, he did it twice, he moved the flag. Well, the flag naturally returned to its natural hanging place, as any flag does. But him doing that was really an acknowledgement that this American flag could catch fire. Well, there's a large tree that flag hangs from, and it's been dry, hadn't rained much lately. And there are other trees that really cascade back to my house. And so, as you see him right now moving that flag, to me, that's an acknowledgement that this could set fire and set this man's house on fire. I have 3 young children, and they sleep upstairs. And I hope that liberals have not gotten to a point in this country that they don't care about the children of conservatives. But if anyone's in that place, my house also, right adjacent to the sign, is land owned by the city of Raleigh that's part of the greenway system that we have. And that could have also been set on fire. So the brazenness of this fella is unbelievable. And the fact that he ran away after he lit the fire. Yes. So he moves the flag, lights it, and takes off. Didn't care about the repercussions, even though he, by his actions, acknowledged that this could start a serious fire, like his house on fire, but he took off, is abhorrent.
Very strange. A leftist arsonist lighting a fire with a woodland right next to it. Very odd. Curious. I haven't seen anything like this, certainly. What's going to happen to this guy? Is there any updates on, will he be charged? Will he be sued? Give us the legal perspective.
So some good, some bad. So the good first, my attorney worked hard, and we filed a civil lawsuit against him last night. He'll be served by the Wake County Sheriff today. Raleigh PD got the detective assigned to it, went and met with him. I was told that he cried and was very remorseful.
Wow.
But he said that he didn't know who I was. It was just anger at the Trump sign. And when the officer told me that, I said, he didn't know who I was. I'm an American. That's all I am. I don't care if I was Bill Gates or living under a bridge. I'm an American. So that told me he wasn't remorseful. He was sad he got caught. Right? And so the Wake County District Attorney, who is a Democrat, has not been a Soros-like Democrat, as far as I know, has decided to charge him not with 2 counts of felony arson, which the statute clearly applies here 100%, but to 2 misdemeanor counts of injury to real property, which will carry no jail time. It is a blatant undercharge. And the basis for that, the district attorney is saying that because the sign was affixed to the ground, it's treated as real property, not personal property, which changes how they would charge in North Carolina. It is a gross miscarriage of the law. It is clearly a DA playing politics and undercharging this gentleman so that he will not serve time as he should. So it is what folks that live around here ought to think about is that what's happening here in this undercharge. So your house didn't burn. It's just a sign. It doesn't have that much value. Okay, those things are true. But look at any other major city in this country that has gone to hell. Look at San Francisco. What happened there? Well, they made it illegal, a misdemeanor to steal less than $1,000. So what happens? People steal less than $1,000. Look at Seattle. Look at Portland. When you don't apply the rule of law the same to everyone and you don't actually charge a crime for what it is, you encourage more of that activity. And that's what this DA is doing.
Yeah, I mean, wow. It's really, this guy's really lucky, Jim White, that he didn't go sightsee at the United States Capitol on the morning of January 6th, because he'd be in federal prison for the next 20 years. But you can light someone's home on fire effectively with their sleeping children inside and get a slap on the wrist. I thought that North Carolina was a place for good old-fashioned, Southern justice, and that none of this woke crap is going to fly around here. I guess not.
No, it's not, unfortunately. I think that while we've got a majority Republican legislature and it's known as a conservative state, I think we suffer from the same issues that many other states suffer from, with rhinos in office and with folks who, frankly, are cowards, right? That's what we have. We have a bunch of cowards in this country right now that run things, and they're not willing to stand up and say, I don't care what the sign said, that's wrong. Yeah. Just like you said in your intro, I don't care what the sign says. You can't do that. That's not the country we want to live in.
That's right.
And that's what we've got today, right here in Wake County.
So you just used the word coward there. I do want to go back. Just one question. You said that he cried.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was told by the detective. And he, it's interesting. I joked to the detective, I guess I need to get one of those mugs that says, like, liberal tears taste good, But
we have the Salty Army here. We can give you some salt shakers in the comment section. We can bring you anytime a lib cries on this show, we throw up the salt shakers. So Benny Brigade, toss some salt out for our leftist friend here who sobbed when the cops came. So final question for you, John. What's going to happen? Like, he may not get jail time, but he's going to get a big old fat lawsuit from you. You're going to do your best to try and bring the people's justice here and deliver some type of message, because that's what I want. I want a message to be sent that you are not allowed. I will link arms with you if you come after someone's First Amendment right and their right to free speech and political speech.
That's exactly right.
And so
I'm fortunate to have a great attorney, James Lawrence, who's from Raleigh, who represented Alex Berenson against Twitter successfully.
Oh, wow.
So he's who's filed this lawsuit for me and has represented me. So I think we've got some good firepower in that regard. And hopefully a jury of my peers will put political rhetoric aside and do just as we've talked about here and say, you can't set someone's property on fire.
Right. Exactly. No, it's the basic right of, like, a parent to sleep safely in their home with their children, knowing that some lunatic isn't going to come after you politically. And whether it's your house or whether it's the Maui fires, this is a death cult. Like, the Democrat Party has turned into a death cult, and they just do not value human life. Clearly. And so thank you so much for fighting and for putting that sign right back up. For being such a Chad, and for going after this man. We say Godspeed, and if you need any further help from our audience, you know where to find us. Thanks, John.
Thank you so much. Very grateful.